how do I work? Right. To be able to effectively apply what I do without thinking, what the hell, how am I going to do this then? You need to have a sort of understanding of the very basic model that I use. And when I say basic, I mean, I'm a very simple thinker. I don't think about things in a complicated fashion. And I think that's one of the reasons why I get good results, because clients come to us because they're lost in their complexities. Yeah, the detail of everything is what's messing them up. So our job really is to simplify this game for them so that their mind can do things without as much processing. Okay, so the simple way I think about this, I won't bore you with conscious, subconscious, the way we would start with a client, because I know that we've got an audience of people who know this stuff. But you may well know, if you've seen my TED talk, if you've read my book, if you know anything about what I do, I talk about this analogy of the ship and the captain and the crew of the ship. And this is how I simplify it for myself, and I simplify it for my clients. So if we think of the mind like a ship, and every ship has a captain and a crew, in this analogy, the captain is the logical, conscious, rational part of us, the bit that knows where we're going and kind of why we're going there, and also a little bit about how we might get there as well. But unfortunately, of course, the part of the ship that has its hands on all the things that steer and sail our ship, that's the crew, and that's the subconscious. I think survival, safety is only an important factor because it's a key component element of happiness. Happiness is the ultimate goal that your crew are trying to sail towards. What that means is, the reason we've got that is because there's a part of us deliberately stopping it happening right now, because it believes that it's safer or better or a more positive thing to just disallow that change or that response that we want. When we actually invalidate or remove the necessity for that blockage, it falls away, and the client can then get on with, enjoying their life a little bit more. So that really, that's kind of like the method, if you know what I mean. I realize this is like what we've done, like 15 minutes of just talking from start to there. And obviously I feel like I am doing myself a disservice by saying, and that's all it is, just big fingers. But there is definitely an art to working with another human being and removing the beliefs they've had there for 20, 30 years. But that is the entire, I was going to say hypnotic method, but I'm also aware that some people will be sitting there saying, well, that's not hypnosis, Tim, what you're doing there. I spoke to somebody recently who said, yeah, I work with idiomotor responses as well, but I deepen them in hypnosis to a level where we can achieve idiomotor response. It's like we've got to go deeper in to get it. And it was a big revelation to them to realize, no, actually, you just get them to put their hands on, watch their hands while the fingers move on their own. Yeah. And how do we know this is, am I dealing with the subconscious? Because the client will say, that's not me doing that. I'm not moving my fingers. And I can be absolutely certain they're not just playing along, because I will ask them. I'll say, right, you're not moving that finger. They'll be like, no, I'm not. And you'll know they're not, because they're amazed by the movement. They're watching it and reacting to the movement. If they were just doing it and saying, yeah, if it seemed normal, that would be a bit, that would be a red flag. Like if they just, that's fairly ordinary. My fingers suddenly moving themselves without any conscious effort from me. But this is what your subconscious can do. And because I think we go subconsciously dominant all the time, in terms of like I'm waving my hands around now. I'm not consciously thinking I should wave my hand over here, and this will make people understand what I'm saying a little bit better. It's just I'm naturally responding to what I'm saying. It's the way we work as human beings. All we're doing is tapping into that natural ability for our subconscious to go onto autopilot without our conscious involvement. The misconception, or the what am I thinking of? What's the word I'm looking for? The mistake, I guess, is to think that you need to in some way be less conscious than you are right now to achieve that connection. And that's what I've found is completely unnecessary. There's nothing I can't do with eyes open, wide awake people that I would need to take them into trance to achieve. I want to confirm the subconscious is dominant, and that's the part I'm dealing with. Yeah. And we can do that a number of ways. Yeah. You can relax somebody so that their conscious mind drifts off, and then it's just their subconscious really that's at play. Or you can do something to elicit subconscious interaction, which is in my idea, what we're doing when we're doing some sort of phenomena-based stuff, such as idiomotor response. A good conversation will solve many things. And that's why I feel it's incredibly flexible, because just continue the conversation. There is no, it didn't work. There is, the work is complete or the work is incomplete.
Wasn't that absolutely fantastic? I'm sure that you found a lot of information in this very short video you just saw, maybe like 4 or 5, 6 minutes, however long it was. But that is not all. You can have access to the entire presentation of this amazing speaker, plus 40 more other presentations and speakers, and you can have access for life. You can have access to the video recording, to the audio recording, to the swipe files, to the transcripts, to all of the bonuses and the special gifts that all of the speakers and presenters and also the organizers are offering in the Premium Pass package. So if you like this, if you want more, make sure to sign up below for the Premium Pass and have lifetime access to everything. I'm sure it'll be one of the best investments you've ever made in your life, in yourself, in your practice, in your health, and also with working with clients. So go ahead, click on the button below, sign up for the Premium Pass, and we'll see you on the other side.